Jacqueline, thank you. Well, it is still technically summer, but with the kiddos headed back to school, it sure feels like fall right around the corner, right? And nothing says changing of seasons like apples and apple picking.
Right.
And Apple Days in Julian is just over a month away, and Chef Elizabeth actually took a trip to Julian recently and was inspired to create a yummy new apple dish that she wants to share with us this morning.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
So you went to Julian, Vulcan Valley Farms?
Yes, Vulcan Valley Farms. It's right off of Winola Road, right next to McGinney Winery, and it was a labor of love for Channel 6, you know. Actually, this marks
Our
like
roving correspondent.
That's
your
right.
fifth
I love
year.
that. Yeah, my 5th year doing work with Channel 6. It's been a lot of fun, and nothing pulls my heartstrings more than apples and apple picking. Now, the apples we have here today are the early apples.
You brought these from Julian for us.
That's right.
And the early ones in season are
these are the Gravenstein.
Gravenstein. They're known to be tart.
They're used in that delicious carbonated apple juice that we all love to buy around the holidays.
Yes.
This is the big apple. They use Martinelli. Yep. Yeah, they'll send me a check for that, right? With the royalty there.
Okay, so with this Gravenstein, you are going to make mini rose apple pie?
Yes, these are the mini rose apple tarts.
Simple and
these
are gorgeous.
I'll be honest, I did see this on the computer. I won't say where, but I thought I'd show you guys for Channel 6 how easy it is. What I've got here is a piece of puff pastry. You see, you get 2 in a box, and from each one you'll get 6 pieces.
It's like and you're frozen food
Exactly. So you're going to let it thaw for a little bit. Don't let it get too soft. And I've put it on a floured surface, and I'm going to roll it out a little bit here, just rolling it out. Okay. And then I'm going to need you to do this. You know, Lauren, you're not going to get out of this. We're going to need some sliced apples.
So we're going to core this apple. We have an old school.
Apple peeler core slicer. Right. Momentum, darling. That's right. Here she goes, and here it comes. Keep push. Sounds like you're having birth, huh? No? Okay, good.
You like that?
Bravo, look at what you did.
Oh,
Isn't that awesome?
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that cool?
Look at that.
Yes. Now, what you would do is you would take this apple. We can remove this beautiful apple peeler core slicer.
I just love the accordion that it makes.
Cool? Okay. It makes great tarts, you know, and you don't have to have one of these. Just cut your apple, core it, and slice it absolutely perfectly, and you'll be fine. No, I'm just kidding. It's no problem. Now, what I did with these apples was I put it in some water. I put a little lemon juice in
to keep
it from turning. Well, it's not, but it's this much water that I put in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Okay. Because if the apples aren't soft, they won't bend. Okay.
So pliable.
These are not cooked. We'll put these to the side. Okay. You may nibble. Okay.
Not a problem.
Yes. And what I'm going to do here now
is I'm told.
Yes, you do. So I'm going to take a little strip of this pastry. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection is not how I cook. Do you see? It's not perfect. Okay. We're going to take a little jelly. Now, typically,
Any final little strawberry jelly?
You know, I personally prefer a wine jelly, which I'll be making next month when all the wines.
A wine infused. Wow, I like your style, Chef Elizabeth.
I forgot the jelly, so I had to stop on the way here and pick up. So this will do just fine. Okay. Then we're going to take our apples. You see, they're all supple now. Yes. And we're going to put them right on the edge. You see how I'm doing that? I'm overlapping them. You guys are just going to love this. It's just so beautiful. We'll keep them coming down here. Now, what I'd like to do is add a little sprinkle of sugar, if you would.
Just sugar?
Just a little sugar. Okay. You know, don't go too crazy.
Okay, there we
go. And then I'm going to take a little cinnamon. I have found if you take your whatever you're sprinkling and put it over a screen, then it doesn't lump up. So that's a neat way to do that. Now I'm going to fold it over. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, now we need this to be able to stick to itself, so you can either add water or more jelly.
More jelly.
You have to be careful with the jelly. Notice how I was pretty sparing. Yes. Because if the jelly spills over,
just enough to affix it to the other side. Okay, you're going to roll it?
I started with big apples on this side, little apples on this side. So because when you look at a rose, the big petals are on the outside, and I'm going to roll and roll and roll. And I know my hands are in the way, but when I'm done, you guys are going to think I'm a genius. And there we have a beautiful rosette.
And this is the after. Look how gorgeous that petal is right there. If we can get a close-up of that, I can keep it right here.
Yes, exactly. This is I sprayed this with a cooking spray, and I'm going to put this right in here like so. Okay. And I'm going to drop this into my baking tin, and I'm going to bake this for 30 minutes at 350. Yeah. As soon as you pull it out of the oven, you want to pull that paper right off, okay, because it'll stick. Now, another thing that I have, if you want me to, do we have time to go to the next thing?
I want to ask you about just your favorite baking apples, because some get mushy, some are nice and tart.
Well, that's a good question, Lauren. Yeah. You know, you want to start with a really tart apple when you're baking, because as you bake it, the sugars develop and it becomes sweet. If you already start with a sweet apple, when you bake it, it's going to get a flat flavor. So I like the Empire apples, and I like the Pippin apples, and of course in our market we have the Granny Smith. That's always readily available. But I'm telling you, explore the world of apples. Up in Julian, Appletown, around. There are so many varieties.
And good tips for apple picking, right? What do you have?
Okay, a good hat, sunscreen, a little bit of water. Take your time. Do not go being anxious, and go early. I got there at 10, so leave here about 8:45 and get to Julian by 10.
And make sure you don't sample the produce too much.
You are most allowed. Yes.
And we have only a few seconds left. An apple tune for us, my dear? You are the opera singing chef, and of course, where can we find out more about you? We want to drive people to her Facebook page.
That's right. Go to theoperasinginchef.com. There's an icon right at the top of the page. It says Facebook. You'll see all about what I'm doing. I just took that bite, Now she wants to sing.
I think you are the sunshine of my life. You are the apple of my eye.
Oh, yeah. This girl's ready.
That's why we always want you around, Chef Elizabeth.
It's
We thank you so much.
My pleasure. Try this. You'll love
I'll save these for the crew, I promise you. All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Chef Elizabeth, thank you so much.
My
the opera singing chef. Coming up on San Diego Living.